real estate, our real estate AI show here. Joe Turco is here. So Joe
That's
is
it.
my co-host here. And today we're gonna look at very, very fun things, okay? And it's all about AI. So who here is using a lot of AI right now in your business? Giselle, Rick, Rose, Elias, right? Okay,
Yep.
you guys are using AI. So let's enhance it, okay? Because you know what you know why I'm here today is because I've enhanced my whole life right now. My whole life is AI, okay? Everything is designed by AI my whole life. My diet, my food, everything I do enhanced by AI. Okay, so I'm gonna do a share screen and I'm gonna show you guys a lot of cool stuff today, okay? Okay,
So,
put
so Kirby, I know it's kind of last minute and we didn't talk about it, but do we talk about what was just announced today, or do we save that for next week?
do it now, go.
All right, so we have OpenAI, ChatGPT is now kind of bridging the gap between some of its different actions, and it's where they are basically saying they're going to bridge the research and the action and make it where instead of just operator, it's where it's going to be a blended kind of like a mid tier of what it can put out, what it can do, and how it can actually work within some of your own apps where it can like integrate right into your Gmail. It can create spreadsheets for you. And basically, kind of that middle ground between like operator, which is a very task based system and also very expensive, and kind of like the basic GPT. So like thinking about like just again, since it was announced today, like, oh hey, can it potentially go into your CRM and organize your leads, make a list of expireds to call? Can it potentially do something where it's pulling data and analyzing it and then emailing you a spreadsheet? So something just to kind of like look into. Is funny that it coincidentally popped up as we're doing the inaugural um, meeting for this. So I figured put it out there, and then yeah, I mean we got some fun stuff planned for the rest of the hour.
Awesome, because you know, with all the changes and really ChatGPT is going head to head with Google, right? Because
Mhm.
Google had Chrome. Later, you're not going to probably you stop using Chrome as a browser. You're going to start using ChatGPT as a browser, right? And if we don't learn kind of like our foundations here, when you guys jump over to the next, you're going to have that comment where, oh, technology is, you know, too far ahead of me now, right? So that's why we have these sessions. I think it's not enough. However, we're doing it twice a month. You
Yep.
know, AI is moving so fast. So I'm really, really happy you guys are here for our first session. So I'm going to jump into our screen share here, and we're going to see who we are. So this is the real estate AI presented by the Fast Forward movement. So we have these every second and fourth Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, except for this month, because this month we're doing it on the third and fifth Thursday. I know, so it confused some people last week. So it's going to be today and it's going to be on the 31st of July. Okay. Who I'm in Toronto, I'm in Canada, and I'm everything here on this page. Okay. I'm a family guy, real estate business, revenue share team on EXP. I have a VA team in the Philippines. I'm an EXP bold leader. I'm also awards like top 3 agent in Richmond Hill, Toronto Star voted #1 agent, voted #1 in Markham. The last year as a solo agent, 40 million in volume. Also crazy about CrossFit, pickleball, cooking, my barbecue, and my keto diet and my watches, okay? And why I share all this stuff with you is every single thing I pointed out here is achieved by AI or it's run by AI right now. My whole CrossFit plan, AI design. My whole keto diet, everything I eat, AI tells me what to eat and I eat it. It tells me what to buy at the grocery and I eat it. And I got my 6-pack coming in a month because AI designed that 6-pack for me. And I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it in 10 years. I couldn't get a 6-pack in 10 years. And suddenly with AI, boom, in 1 month, It's crazy what the knowledge and the instructions they can give you is that you have an expert by your side every step of the way. So if you're in, let's say, San Diego, right, and you want to be voted top agent there, you ask AI to give you the steps, and then you either follow it or you either hire a virtual assistant. That's another secret of mine. And the virtual assistant will follow the AI's steps. And guess what happens? After a couple months, suddenly you get voted as number one, right? Because no one else is doing this stuff. Okay, Joe, why don't you share who you are?
Sure. I am based in Boston. We all, see each other a lot on the Monday Masterminds, also on Grow Your Rev Share, which is again the same normal weeks as AI is going to be. Um, have run a large team, now run a small team, focus on agent development, coaching, as well as recruiting and some other ancillary businesses. Um, Mostly based around YouTube and AI, and really helping everybody, as hopefully everyone has seen, to level up, to be happier, to be more time efficient, and to take every moment that you have and appreciate it because life is short. So part of like my mission is to help people make the most of their time, not to spend time doing things inefficiently. So yeah, it's where I'm here, Kirby's here, so many of you are here to make sure that we are bringing you to the next level. So let's get right to that.
Okay. Well, let's jump in. So the biggest thing right now is for the longest time, AI has been making images for us. That's old news. So if you guys are not making images with AI, go do it. Okay. It's very easy. We're going to skip that. We're going to go right into video generators. Who's using AI video generators right now? Right. So you see a lot of shorts, you see a lot of stories. You can now create all that with AI, create meaningful content with AI by using video generators. So let me see what my assistant did here. Oh, here it is, the steps. Upload a photo and you write a prompt, right? So here's the photo, and then AI will make a video for you over here. I wonder if I can play it. Oh, amazing. I can play it. Okay, so that's me. AI is turning me into someone talking, okay? There's me in a photo here, and it says here, change the background to a clean, minimalistic, mid-century modern interior. And then it creates a video for us, okay? So these little videos that you can make, you could turn it into B-rolls. So if you watch Instagram shorts or YouTube shorts, every 7 seconds or 5 seconds, they're changing a scene, okay? And so that creates a little bit more dynamic. You don't want to be the old fashioned, just one frame standing there and talking it. Like that's out already. That's outdated now, right? Here's another one here, right? So you don't need to film B-rolls anymore of you walking around. You know, the old method, you walking down the stairs, you walking across the street, okay? AI will make it all for you. What I'm doing right now is taking lots of base photos. So I'm getting a tripod, I'm taking a photo everywhere I go, and I give that photo to my virtual assistant, or I can use that photo as a basis to create my videos now, right? So these are all these videos. We can turn it into using Mid-Journey, okay? So I'm gonna show you Mid-Journey right now over here. So all these are made from AI. So with AI, remember, it's never a one-shot thing. You're going to have to test it out, test out your prompts, okay? And you're going to play with it. And then you're going to find your favorite prompts or your favorite photos and your favorite style, right? And when you do that, you'll get better and better, okay? So you see here, I have this picture here where I stand in front of the icon sign. Oh, by the way, I just hit icon this month, so that's why I'm making a video for it. Okay. Okay, so look, it does this. Let's say I like one of them. I can press it and I can edit it now. I can rerun this. I can extend the video into a high motion video. Okay, and it's gonna do it again, and it's gonna turn it into a high high motion. See, submitting now. So it'll create a new video out of that one, 4 different versions of it. Okay. And the reason why I like Midjourney, I think it's around $60 a month. And the reason why I like it so much is because it's kind of unlimited. Okay. It's like it gives you so many credits that I don't think you can exhaust it. Okay. What we do. All right. So when you go over here to the settings, you see I put stylization. You could put it like very, very stylized. Weirdness, I like to put it very low. I don't want crazy weirdness here. Because do this, it just goes, yeah, too random. So I put it really low. And then variety, I don't put it as high either, okay? Stylization, I'll put it maybe down here. This will run, I think, the best setting, okay, for your videos. It doesn't go crazy, still keeps your face, all right? But a lot of my B-rolls, I like to put myself walking off the screen or put myself turning around. I don't want to see my face too much because the AI right now for videos is not, it's really good now compared to Runway last year, but still, I don't want my face distorting too much, okay? So I like stuff that I'm walking away. Okay, here's another one that they made. It's pretty fast, right? 92% complete. And there it is. That's another one here. Okay, this one's a slow motion one. Walking forward. Okay, this one doesn't look as much like me, so I might do it again. All right. So you can keep running it over and over again. Yeah. All right. Midjourney, another reason why I like it, same as VO3, which is Google's video production, video generation, is that you can click this part here and you could put a starting frame. Okay, so right now, if you use Canva, we can't do this yet. Okay, so that's another bonus of this. So I can click this picture here and I can say, man stands up and walks off screen. Here, hold on, man with short hair. I always put man with short hair because, or else it'll give me long hair. Because a lot of ladies use image generation. So I just send it in and it'll start doing it, see? Okay, so this is called Midjourney. The alternative for you guys, if you don't want to pay any money right now, and I know a lot of you guys like free, like Johnny, we go to Canva. So all of you guys have Canva Enterprise right now. And if you go to create a design, oh wait, not here. Oh, if you guys go to your Canva right now, if you're an EXP agent, go to home and then describe the idea that you want here. So if you want to make a video and maybe it's a drone shot of a subdivision with barbecue parties, then you go over here, create a video clip, and then it'll generate it for you. Okay, so again, these are for B-rolls. If you're doing a video of talking about a community, tight-knit community, you can use this as one of the B-rolls. Okay, so it's generating that video here. So while this is generating, I'm going to show you the third one because Canva's running on VO3, which is Google's generation program. Let's see. Any questions here? Economical, not cheap. Is there?
I've got a question.
No free version. Yes, what's the question?
Yeah, Kirby. So like I know that I don't know how the magic works with the AI generating a video from a still photo. Would it help to upload photos of your profile as well? Like just to get like a more accurate representation of you?
Yes. So that's a great question. So Johnny, if you go to Midjourney, you're using that one, you go to personalize, right? And turn it on. Okay. And then you can start to create your profile here. Okay, so
Oh, I meant your physical profile. Like if you submit a photo face on versus like turning your head to the left and right and taking profile shots.
yeah,
Because if you're familiar with video game like motion capture, like when they're trying to capture an actor's resemblance, they have all these little tiny dots, points of references. Because it's a still photo used with generated from a still
oh,
photo, would it help the realism of the video to have different angles of your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of the personalization, Johnny, because you're able to upload multiple photos into that aspect of it. So the more kind of data, like you're saying, the more different angles, the better it's going to be able to reference across it. The one key stipulation is making sure that they're photos from a similar time period where you look the same. So like
Got it.
sometimes I gain a little weight, my face looks puffy. Sometimes
Yeah.
I lose a lot of weight and it looks less puffy. If I put the two in, it'll kind of mix it and look terrible. So that's like the one key thing is like if you're going to do that, make sure that they're like to like profiles of your photo.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, and Johnny, one thing you can do is if you go to like ChatGPT, you could upload your 20 photos to ChatGPT so they can create a better accurate photos of you. So you actually don't even need a good source photo that's real in the future. Is that you can create your source photo in ChatGPT, then you take that photo and you plop it into Midjourney here, and that will create a video for you. Okay. Let's just see what Canva did over here. Oh, something went wrong. We're gonna skip Canva for a little bit over here. Let's go to Flow. Flow is the very high right now. It's the one of the highest ones for video creation, for likeness and for audio. So Midjourney doesn't do audio, but if you go to Flow, which is a Google product, they use this VO3. This one is free right now. I haven't seen this one yet. Let's just see it. Let's play. So I wrote here, high five myself and say,
Hi, my name is Kirby Chan, and I'm a leader at XP Realty. Let's grow where the pros go.
okay, so
Hi, my name is Kirby Chan, and I'm a leader at XP Realty. Let's.
So some things we need to change is EXP, can't put exp, right? Put dots with acronyms. Okay. And then you have to generate it a couple times. Here's two versions.
Hi, my name is Kirby Chan, and I'm a leader at XP Realty. Let's grow where the pros go.
Okay, so this one's better.
Hi,
I have teeth in this one. Okay. This one I don't have teeth. All right, so this is VO3. It does video creation with the audio. And I don't know how it got my voice though. It's pretty accurate, isn't it? The voice?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's slightly off. But guys, if you go on like TikTok or Instagram, VO3 videos have been like infiltrating everything. So like if you look up the Bigfoot videos is an easy example. Like it looks like he's holding the selfie cam and they're talking and usually making some jokes. Definitely look up the Boston Bigfoot. That one's amazing. You can do all of this type of um, generation, and it's amazing the details that you can put in if you specifically write the prompts. Like you can give specific camera angles with specific lens types, with specific distances, with specific backgrounds. And the more detailed you are in giving information to the prompt, the better and better that it can create. I mean, look at what it did with Kirby. Like that actually looks like Kirby like a week ago before his beard grew out. And that's the thing is like interspersing that with different things as B-roll or even narrating over it. If you're like, okay, hey, the voice just didn't sync up. It's an amazing tool to just really level up everything that you're doing.
Yeah, if you look down here, you change it to frames to video, and then you add a frame in, like I added this frame. Then at the bottom here, look at this. You could be really pro with this. It could be dolly out, going backwards, right? Jib down, tilt up. You're a director, okay? When you're doing this, so it's pretty cool the options you get here. And then if you look back at, and this is what's scary, okay? So if you look up here where I just did this one here, I think this one, just check. This one here. all I gave it was a photo, and I said, generate something cool. Okay, this Flow doesn't even know who I am. I just started this new account. So I press play.
Hello, I'm excited to share some great opportunities with eXp Realty.
Like, how did it know? It's just from the hat.
Hello,
right?
I'm excited.
So it got information from the hat and it made a video about eXp Realty, and the voice, it guessed my voice. Okay, I didn't upload any audio to this, and it guessed my voice. Okay, so the flow right now, the trick is, if you want this for free, Johnny, listen up, come back from the washroom, is you use your son's account. Okay, so you have a pro version here, and I use my son's account. See, liamchan001@gmail.com. Okay, you guys have 880 credits. So I just created an email for my son, who's a student. Okay, his age is young, and I get a free account. So you guys can try that out, and make a free account. Okay, using your son or your daughter, and then they should give you a pro account here to play with. All right, or subsequently you can pay $20 and you can get this also. Right? Any questions about video generation? So some of you might be asking, hey, this is not even good right now, Kirby. Why am I using it? Well, it's the experience that you want to gain right now with this, so that when it gets good, you're like, no problem. I know how to use it already. Okay, so dive in there and use it right now. Okay, so I'll create these videos, these shorts. If you guys want the next step, which is where do you get the soundtracks, right? So I go to suno.com and I design my music here. And these are royalty-free music. So sometimes you're banned from, let's say, Facebook or Instagram because your music's copyrighted. Well, instead of using copyrighted music, you can use custom music here. Okay, so all this stuff I wrote here is my own songs. Okay, my own lyrics, my own songs. You can have instrumental here too. So you add those two together, you got video now, you got sound. Yeah, Joe?
If you guys want to check out something wild, you can go on Spotify and you can see what Glenn has put together with his own AI music that he's created. It's actually, got a decent amount of listens. And it's just crazy, again, how much you can do with this. Because remember, now you have B-roll, now you have music, now you have all these original things that are never going to be copied by a competitor, that are going to stand out, that you can again reinforce your brand. Because say you're like, okay, hey, I like lo-fi hip hop that has like a video game type theme, and all of your content is focused around having that incorporated. Now, people may say like, oh, well, Joe, it's real estate. What does that matter? Well, to the people that recognize exactly what that is and it speaks to, they'll be like really excited, like, oh wow, that's cool, that's amazing, this is a person that like gets me. And to other people, it's just be like, oh, okay, that's interesting music, whatever, move on. So like this is where you can take that personalization and that personal branding to the next level.
So if you have a listing right now, let me just do one of our listings right now, homes for sale. And you take the MLS description. Oh, we sold it. Okay, so you take the MLS description, you can plop the MLS description right here and describe your song, and it'll create a song about your listing. Okay, and you can use that song in your property video. Okay, or you can play it at your open house. Okay, all right. Let's use AI in a different way right now. And then Joe, I'm gonna hand it over to you later to talk about projects. Okay.
Yep.
Have you guys ever wanted to make either a website or maybe a slide deck for your listing presentation? Right. This one has impressed my sellers a lot. Is the two here is Gamma. Okay. Joe, have you been using Gamma?
Yep.
Right. So here's Gamma. So Gamma takes your notes and turns it into slides. So every presentation that I do, like there's one class I taught, double your production. I just send in my notes and it will turn it into a presentation for you. Like meet Kirby Chan, today's mission, okay? So it'll do all the photos, it'll separate everything into points, okay? So keep this one, okay, gamma.app. This was introduced to me by Glenn, okay? Glenn's like, you gotta use Gamma, okay? So I'm like, okay, I'll use Gamma. And then second, do you wanna say something about Gamma?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you guys, if you've been on the Grow Your RevShar ones, like you've seen Gamma presentations because that's what I put everything into. The other great thing, especially for team leads or people that are trying to scale up to having a team, is this is great for SOPs because a lot of times people need something that is more than just a text document. They react and learn and will go back to something that is more visually oriented and visually interesting. So that's where, again, it's been a game changer in being able to put them directly into it and having them basically be beautified, making where it's more interesting, making it where people actually go back and refer to it. Because when it's just a big, huge text document with like bullets and not much flavor, people
Yeah.
don't get enthusiastic about going back and looking at them.
And you know how you go to a lot of classes and let's say you went to a class, a webinar, and you have an AI note taker, Otter and all that. That's very popular these days, right? You can actually take the notes from those meetings, even this one here, and you can plop it in Gamma and it'll create a slideshow for you for that class you took from the script that person was talking about, okay? So first was Gamma. Then Glenn told me, hey, Kirby, you should use Lovable. It's like a next generation, next step up. Okay, here. Okay, this is Lovable. Lovable.dev. Okay, I'm gonna put in this is a game changer for us. I'll pick up my son. Lovable.dev. Have you been using this one, Joe?
Yeah, so this came on my radar a couple months ago, and then when we went to one of the leadership meetings in Dallas, they did an entire presentation on it. And where I'd been dabbling before, now it's where I've kind of like really completely leaned in because you can literally say like, hey, I like this site or I like this, and it'll be like, oh, okay, I can create something similar to that. And you don't have to learn code. You don't have to learn like a weird system of like building things. It is honestly what I think is going to push forward for all listings because I think instead of just getting one of those kind of generic, simple sites, it's going to be where you can make an entire storyline sites. You can use B-roll from the video generation in conjunction with some of the, video you get of the property where it's going to be more of like a complete experience. And I think the agents that push forward into doing that are going to really just level up in terms of like how much their conversion goes up on listing appointments, how many times they beat out their competitors, and how many times they can, you know, demand a higher rate just based on what the perception of value that seller has for being able to have something like this, to have something custom, to have something that stands out far and above the rest. And from a marketing standpoint, if you run an ad against one of those kind of like generic old landing pages, people see it and then they bounce. Whereas here you can create things that instantly engage and bring people in and don't look like something that was just kind of whipped up.
Yeah, so imagine then what Joe said is that you go to a listing appointment and you already made the website for that property. A lot of sellers pick an agent that's done a lot of work for them already. And if you can show them you can do the things like this, it's amazing. So this is how we built this website here. It takes about half an hour. And the prompt I did, so the prompts is the key. The better your prompt, the better your output. Okay, so I'm gonna just give you an example. Okay, so this was okay, so it's a pretty long prompt. Okay, see that? Very detailed. Agent testimonials. So basically, I sat down and I went to a website that I liked, and I copied that website in words, like what I want there. I want a footer. I want the what you get. Okay, so I wrote all this down, and then it says, I love this concept, and it builds it, right? And then after that, I said, well, there's some, mistakes. Okay. There's some mistakes. So I ask it to change the mistakes. Okay. Anyway, so let's keep going here. We're here. Update it all, especially a team leader getting 300. So I'm updating each section. So here on the right-hand side, it'll give you the output. So it's kind of like ChatGPT, right? But this is building your website. So I'm going to look for any mistakes here. Oh, you see this one here? That's a mistake. You can't even see join an info session at the bottom here. So all I have to do is go to the bottom, and I'm going to write in over here. Oh, ask lovable. Okay, I'm going to say join an info session. At the bottom, there is a button for join an info session. The text is white on a white box. Change it to a black text on white box. Blue. Okay, just like the other one. So if I do that, it's going to think my super base is not. Okay. Okay, I'll fix that in a second when Joe goes on. I'll show you guys later. But what it does, it use words to change it. Okay, I got to update my super base, and then I'll do it again. Okay. So this whole website's built on prompts, words. And if you want a photo, then you would put in a plus button here at the bottom, and you add a photo, and you can say, add this photo in. So pretend that this is your website designer on this side, and you're giving it instructions, but instead of waiting for a week for the website designer to give you a proof for the website, this does it in about 10 seconds. Okay. And get this, guys, it's free right now. Okay. This whole thing's free. It'll allow you 5 changes a day, 5 prompts a day here. And then when you go up to publish, okay, you can publish your product, and then it'll give you a website, but it's going to be a .lovable.app, which is fine for now. You can still use this website as a single property website or a landing page. Okay. And then if
And
you
it's actually great, kind of like Kirby was talking about before, where you're not having to, like, if you're just going to a listing appointment, necessarily buy a domain, spend money on a maybe. You tell them, hey, this will be updated once we sign our agreement. You'll have a custom web domain and things like that.
yeah, there we go. Send that in. Okay, still an error. Okay. Okay, so last thing with the team, with this one here on Lovable is there's an agent mode. I don't know, Joey, if you saw this one. This was released like a couple of days ago. So agent mode is actually going to be an agent now that helps you design a website for you. So no longer do you have to give these specific instructions. You can ask it to design a agent website for me, or design a website for me as a real estate agent in Dallas, and it will start doing it for you. So what it's supposed to do is, instead of me giving those exact instructions like you saw earlier, you can give it very loose instructions, and it's going to have a brain. It's going to design an amazing website for you. Okay. And if you see, like on this side, after a couple of minutes, a chatbot will show up, right? So the chat assistant here. Okay, so this thing here is also pre-programmed inside this whole platform. So anything you can think of on a website, you can design now. So all I said was create a chatbot for me. Okay, and then it's going to say, okay, what do you want the chatbot to say? Okay. So you can pre-program everything. So you don't need to know any code to build any website anymore. Okay, let me see. All right. What about Okay, cool. All right, Joe, do you want to talk about ChatGPT?
Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
guys, one of the best things about ChatGPT is it's continually evolving. It's continually being able to upgrade and advance. And one of the ways that, like, what I think people are sleeping on is projects and custom GPTs. And it's where, actually, Kirby, do you just want to pull a fresh one up?
Yep.
It's where you have to start thinking outside of the box. When most people are considering these things, who is the user? Someone just unmute now and tell me who is the user that usually they are assuming that this is going to be interacting with it.
Buyers and sellers.
That is exactly where I was going, but most people say, "Oh, I'm going to be the user. I'm the person that's going to use it." And that's the thing is you can create these for your sellers. You can create these for your buyers. You can create these for your team members. So, do we have any team leaders on the call now? It's okay, out yourself. It's okay. That sometimes get frustrated with how many simple questions get brought to you that you've either given documentation to or is something that if the person just looked was there. Anybody? Just me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just me? Uh-oh. I'm the only bad guy today. But you can make an entire GPT that's an assistant for your team members that you have programmed with, hey, here's the person that you go and ask if you need help with a transaction. If you want to set up time with the transaction coordinator, who do I set that up with? And you can have it give the name, the information, and their Calendly link. You can have it be where you're creating it for, process. Hey, I just submitted an offer. It got accepted. What's the next thing I have to do as a new team member? And it can then say, oh, well, you have to submit it here. You have to let the TC know. You have to let, the admin staff know. And then you have to flip it over in, whatever system. You have to update the CRM and make that lead status from like hot to under contract or in escrow or whatever terminology you have in your system. And it's where you can also create things for sellers, where it's like your TC is giving you all the information and then you update it in the GPT. And what is it? Is it's an anxiety release valve. Because how many times have you gotten a text message at like 11:30 p.m. saying like, "Hey, I'm stressed out. What is going on? What's the next step in our process?" And it's so easy to create because all we have to do is tell it, right, like Kirby's doing now, like what we specifically want, what the actions are. And once we have basically a baseline model, we can use it over and over again to create new ones specific to each listing, to each client, to each team member, to each function. So you can say, oh, hey, I want to create, an assistant to assist agents on a real estate team selling real estate in Toronto. I want to make sure that they know who their TC is, where they can find information on EXP, what the calendar is for fast forward movement, what are the resources that are available to me, who do I talk to if I have an issue with a client, who do I talk to if I need a new watch and I have to smuggle it in from America to Toronto. All of these different things can be programmed right into this so that they have a resource, they have an anxiety relief, and where it can help. So that's the thing is you can make it where each person on your team, each seller you have, each buyer you have has a way to relieve anxiety because I'm going to pick on someone. Donna Roberts, I see you there. Unmute for a second.
Yes, sir.
How fun is it to deal with a team member, a client, or really anyone that is very anxious about anything.
Yeah, and not fun. And that's me in the messy middle with all trying to get these SOPs in order, right?
Right. So if it's where you could have it where if they wake up at 2 in the morning, super anxious out of their mind, they're thinking about calling you. We all know that that's not a good thing. Do you think that this would potentially relieve it if they're like, hey, I don't know what's going to happen next? And the TC or you had uploaded all of the important dates as well as what the timeline is. And the GBT said, oh, well, it's Thursday. The next thing for you is in like 2 weeks. You really don't have anything to worry about right now. But if you want, reach out to Donna, in the morning, or if you want, here's her Calendly.
So Joe, are you then your team people are logging into your chat GPT account then with all this information set up, just one team account? I don't understand.
So
Okay.
this is based on a pro account.
I
which,
have, yep.
yeah, which is $20 a month. Any GPT that you create, you can publicly share to whoever you want.
Oh, I did not know that.
Right. So that's the thing is like I create everything in my account and then I just share with people a link. And the best part is it can stay right in their chat GPT. So for example, how many people use lead magnets? So many people. Put it in the chat. I know you guys are shy today and I am a very demanding guy. So perfect. Kirby uses lead magnets. Who else? Let's see who's awake. All right. Donna's awake. Nuxel's awake. Sergio's awake. There we go. Sam, Shavana. Okay, perfect. Now, lead magnets are in most cases what? A PDF? Is that very sticky? Do they go back to that very often? So, what is the new in fashion kind of fun, exciting thing that, oh, hey, hint, you guys are here to learn about that everybody's looking at? It's not video, it's not quizzes, it's ChatGPT. Now, if you create a GPT assistant that tells all about how to buy a home in Toronto, how to sell a home in LA, how to move as far away as you can from Wyoming because it's the sticks, how you can do all of these different things, and it can sit there in their chat GPT and it never goes away. Every time they use chat GPT, that assistant is saved and sitting right there. Well, one, they're going to use it more because when it's in front of your face, you use it. And then two, is there any competition when you've provided a GPT for other agents? No, because you program it to say, hey, here's Joe's Calendly. If you have any further questions or really want to talk to him about getting this process started, it's right here. Now, do we really want to like expand upon it? So like, where do a lot of people put lead magnets? Well, I know for me, YouTube is very popular, putting that in the description, making sure they have something. Now, if they just get the lead magnet and then bounce, well, they may use me, they may not. But if I'm the person that the resource that they have come to depend on keeps pushing them back to, are the chances greater that they're going to reach out to me? Absolutely. Now, who wants to make it really fun? Can you do that for recruiting? Can you do that for EXP Explained? That way, when people go to that and they save that and they're asking it questions, who is the one EXP agent that they're referring it back to? And that's where what Kirby and I have kind of been so excited about, and that's why we're like just really like amped up about this, is there's so much for you guys to be able to do and to be creative with. And we want to see what your ideas are. Like, we want to be the catalyst to all of these different things because the more time that this saves you, the more results that this gets you. Like, you can see Kirby's been going through as I've been talking, creating this entire assistant, and it's not complicated. It's like having a conversation. So Linda, it's $20 a month. Great investment. If you have it, you can already do this. And that's the thing is most people don't even realize it because they've been paying for it and not using it because it's right there. Now, the other thing you want to think about is, okay, well, can you text a link to somebody?
Yep.
Perfect. Could you text, leads a link to your GPT that are just sitting in your CRM, that are sitting there old, cold, and stale, and just say, hey, we're really looking to help our clients and the people that have signed up at our site. We want to just personally let you know we created this AI assistant for you. If you'd like to use it, here's the link. Do you think a couple of those people, say you had 10,000 people in your CRM and you sent them the text with it, with the link, be careful, don't do it all at once, don't batch do it in like small things so you don't, hit spam. Do you think a couple of them might be revived from the dead? Are you providing something of value? Are you providing something that's always going to reference back to you? Dante, what's up, man?
Yeah, I mean, I've been geeking out on ChatGPT myself as well. And thank you so much for doing this. I was so excited about this call. So one of the things that I've brought up in several calls that the full fee agent, right? So as we were doing this call, I pulled up the EPUB. It's kind of like the PDF version, whatever, of a book, right? The book. I upload, not to share my screen, create me a listen presentation script using all of the tools, questions, and techniques from the book, and then it spit it out. I mean, quick. So, I mean, price reductions conversations that I've been using it for as well, So,
Well, and that's the great thing. So, like, how many people send their client a weekly update about what's going on with their listing? How many people spend way too much time writing that email? Oh, see who didn't raise his hand? How many people are doing a poll of data for all of the new listed, new under agreement, new expired, as well as new under contract that are matching that listing and asking ChatGPT to compare the two and write out a 2-paragraph summary of what the market activity is and how that reflects on your current listing.
so I have a question about that actually, if you guys don't mind. ChatGPT, I asked it, and it cannot access my MLS because of data breach or something. So
Yep.
are you guys grabbing all the
Nope, simple solution. What are you allowed to export from your MLS?
oh sure, all the listings.
CSV. What are you allowed to
Okay.
upload into ChatGPT? CSV.
CSV. Gotcha.
Yep. And that's the thing, guys, is this is where, again, with the assistants, you can make it where it's pre-programmed, it doesn't hallucinate a lot because it has these strict guidelines, these strict bumpers, where it's you make that for an assistant. And now, well, the assistant can go in, they can upload the information, they can draft the email, and then it can be waiting there for you to review, to look at, and hit send.
Yeah, it's amazing. The fact that I could upload an entire PDF worth of books, sometimes I'm doing my best to communicate effectively of so many of the things that I've actually read and practiced throughout the years. But, the mind just doesn't go there when you're in the active conversation. So it's great. Thanks, guys.
Yep. All right, so Shavana asked an interesting question, so I want to definitely address it. She asked, "What's better though? Because I can track the conversation in my CRM. I'm curious, am I able to see who's using my GPT and what they are asking?" No. So because of obviously privacy, because of how OpenAI, ChatGPT is structured. You have no insight. You have no rights to it. You have created within ChatGPT basically a process or a routine, and that's what your chatbot or assistant is. It's just like one process. The goal of this is not to be able to be Big Brother or to um, look at things. The goal of it is to have something that is a resource that they use that will send them back to you, that will provide value and then kick it back. Johnny, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was just wanting to piggyback off of what Dante was asking with the computational possibilities with exporting MLS CSV data. That's just data, right? The limitations might be it won't be able to compare photos, like conditions, like it's just pure numbers, right?
Correct.
Unless I'm wrong and there's a way and
You,
more work to export photos and to have
yeah,
ChatGPT analyze that.
it's where you can. I have not found that to be as consistently accurate or plausible,
Hmm.
uh, especially where because math is so structured and I'll say quote unquote simple because computer programming language, math, they all follow the same type of rules, guidelines, functions, and structure. So, like, ChatGPT is phenomenal at data analysis. If you ask it, hey, what is something that you can tell me based on this data that most people would not be able to observe at first glance? Just giving it free rein, and it will tell you all these different aspects that really, you would never kind of think of. And the best part is part of that data is the listing description, is, the beds, the
Right.
baths, the
Yeah.
square footage. So it's taking drastic comparisons and it will tell you like, hey, here's the median price per square foot. Here's the median price per square foot if it has a water view, if it has an elevator, if it's a walk up, if it's a single family home compared to a multi or a condo or a townhouse. If it, based on the zip code, is in this zip code versus this other zip code. And that's where, like, again, if you use it conversationally to just kind of like talk through it, it will give you data insights that nobody is taking the time to do. And that's the kind of big prop up because too many people look at either AI or hiring someone or doing anything in order to make up for a weakness for them instead of taking what they're already good at and turning it into a superpower. Because if you look at the most successful people, both in business and in life, they don't focus on improving what they're weak at. They focus at improving what they're best at and maximizing it. And this is where you can maximize that relationship with your client because you're able to give better insights, better details, more thoroughly, more often. How hard do you think it is? I'm going to pick on, let's see, Bethany. How hard do you think it's going to be to go to a seller that has gotten a weekly email that's detailed and with data about a price reduction if it's all been there? If all of the trending information has been laid out week after week after week. Bethany, unmute for 1 second. Do you think that that's going to be just a okay conversation? Or do you think it's going to be like that, oh, I dread it conversation because like this is terrible?
I think it's gonna be an okay conversation.
Exactly. And that's the whole point is if you're just having okay conversations and you're eliminating all those terrible anxiety inducing ones from your business, how much better are you going to be able to prospect? How much better are you going to be able to potentially work with and serve your clients? If they're getting this type of consistent communication, because guys, somebody tell me in the chat, what is the one thing most people complain about for their agents? I'll give you a hint, it starts with a C.
No communication.
Lack of communication. Exactly. But if you're getting all of that, if you're getting so much communication that's being pushed to them that they are seeing that they're cared for, that it's not fluff, that it's detailed about them. Doesn't matter if you have one listing or if you have 15, if all of this is able to be concisely done. And if you keep it in a GPT, like if you look at Kirby's side chat right there, you can see where it says GPTs, and you can see where it says forward mentor, real estate brokerage advice, the power of 1,000 leaders, Kirby Chan content day, team forward EXP guide, Kirby seller success guide, Kirby Chan team assistant, which as we've been talking, he just went through and created. So that's the thing, guys, is like AI and ChatGPT assistants and projects can make it where you take what you're great at, working with people, marketing, communicating, and it turns it into a superpower. It throws gasoline on a bonfire. And all of a sudden, instead of having like a bonfire, you're having like that, oh my God, this is like crazy. It's a 3-block fire, just going just what like insane. And that's the other thing. It's like there's so many applications to this. So there's client facing, there's team facing, there's self facing, there's content creation. How many people here struggle with creating content because you feel like you're not a good writer? Somebody raise their hand or unmute and just jump on, because I want to show you something that's so fun. Dante, great. Unmute.
I'm here.
Okay, perfect. So Dante, when you're sitting and you're trying to write content, are you thinking about like the punctuation, the grammar, you're looking at it and it's kind of messing with you as you're trying to type it and you're like, this isn't good, you're deleting and you're going through all of that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, because that's most people. Now tell me, if I ask you a question, can you tell me about what it was like for you at age 19 on the weekend? What was your life like on the weekend at age 19?
I was probably doing a marketing promotion for yeah, at
Okay,
some sort of event with thousands of people, and I was wearing a branded shirt.
okay. You were doing marketing presentations for thousands of people with a branded shirt. You were conveying that. How did that make you feel?
Uh,
The story.
it was good. I mean, and it was having to approach a ton of people. I mean, it was uh, I made it exciting, but it was, I turned the nervousness into excitement. But I mean, at times it can make you nervous.
Perfect. And by doing that, what did it teach you that you were able to bring with you from 19 to present and through your career? What did that experience teach you?
Yeah, that being able to create a lasting impression within the first, 30 seconds of meeting someone, anywhere from 0 to 30 seconds, and having a big smile on your face while you're where you're saying their message, then people remember you, even if it's a year or 2 years later.
Perfect. So here's the thing, guys. Did Dante just give us a piece of content? Is that pretty easy to do if you're actually talking? Because you're not thinking about typing, you're not thinking about grammar, you're not thinking about spelling, you're not kind of backtracking. Can you make a chatbot assistant specifically for you and your brand that knows about you and your preferences? And can you use the voice feature to just tell it a story and ask it in the prompt, take this transcript, clean it up, and make it into a great voiceover for a narration of a video, into a great Facebook post with the intention of having people to interact, into a great reel for Instagram, and make suggestions based on what I said on what I should put for the visuals. Because
Can I give you guys something after you're done? I got
in
something that I created with ChatGPT.
2 seconds, because that's the thing is Dante was able to give us that great experience that can then translate, and you can use ChatGPT to just clean it up. And the best thing is all you need is your voice. Can you do that while you're driving? I do all the time. Is that the safest thing? Maybe not. But again, it's voice versus like I'm trying to like text. So like, okay, it's there. It's in my chatbot. It's saved for later. It's the ability to then create that content that truly has your voice, that has Dante's voice, that has Johnny's voice, that has Kirby's voice, that has, Paul's voice or Valentina's or Courtney's or, anyone's, where you don't feel like it's a fake chat GPT thing that has nothing to do with you. It's literally your voice. And all it did was grammatically clean it up. Maybe it changed the order of a couple things so that it made more logical sense. Go ahead, Dante.
All right, you guys got to check this out. Right here. Is this the ChatGPT box? All right. So 4th of July, I was like super frustrated about certain things. And I was like, okay. So I started just talking to it, as you guys can see. And I just said, act as me. And I described myself, right? What I asked it to make, a script for a video, what I wanted to say. And
And
by
as you
telling
guys
the
can see,
potentials
there's that little audio icon below it. So that
right
shows
here.
that like he was actually, like he's saying, using the talk function to talk to it.
And then it said, all right, sounds good. And I was like, nope, give me some more time. I told it more stuff. And then that's when I was like, not yet. Because it was like, hey, would you like me to create something now? And then I kept on going, kept on going. And then obviously it gave me the first iteration. And I wanted it to be more to convey in the video a feel of absolute certainty and make it angry and frustrated. It gave me one version. I wasn't happy with that. I said, be more aggressive and add how agents just tell the homeowners what they want to hear. And I gave it an example, a couple of examples. And then altogether, I think I even said, yeah, so here's that script, right? I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you guys can get the gist, and I'm happy to share some of this stuff with any. But I go after expireds for sale by owners, and there's some of them that are never going to answer their phone ever, right? And so once I create a video like I did for the one in Temecula recently, I can, maybe just either text that, right, from a burner phone. And then people are going to get curious. They're going to click on the video. And if anything, have this video up on, you know, send it to my database and, saying something like, who do you know that tried to sell their house and didn't have success? This will help them.
So
So anyway,
it's funny that you mentioned that, Dante. So,
yeah, here I'm stop sharing.
yeah, yep. Why don't you just pull that down for a second? One of the ways that I grew my entire Instagram following was whenever I would put out a reel or a video, either if it was of a listing, I would send it to clients, potential clients, or people that I thought would have value from doing it. If it was like a recruiting one, I would send it to other agents because I'm texting it to them with a short message saying, hey, just made this, thought of you, want to make sure that you were able to check it out, and then just an Instagram link. Because do people, if they see an Instagram link, generally trust it? Yeah. And then when they see it, if they realize they don't follow you, they interact, they comment, it boosts the algorithm. But we are hitting our time, so I want to kick it back to Kirby. He's been patiently waiting while we've gone on about a couple things.
Okay, so I just saw Dante's ChatGPT and I noticed something, and we're gonna cover this on July 31st. I'm gonna show you guys never to use these chats anymore down here. I see
Yeah.
Dante using these chats. We never use these chats anymore. Okay, so we're gonna stop using these chats on July 31st. Okay, I'm gonna show you a better way to use ChatGPT than these chats. Okay, we're gonna start using projects. So if you guys want to jump in before next class, start using projects. Start researching why to use projects up here. We don't have enough time for that today. And then when you start to use projects, then we can go into all those different aspects of my life where I like rank number 3 right now, or number 2 right now in my city on Google. How did these projects get me to rank number 2 on the Google business profile? How you can get SEO, better SEO on your website, all with projects, okay? And how do I get a 6-pack, right? Use projects. So everything's with projects now. So that's what we're going to run through is different projects from now on. But today was a great foundational class with Joe and some of the tools that I showed. But remember to come back July 31st. And the most important part is share it with your friends, okay? Get them on it. I know this is just the first class. It's going to roll and the word's going to get out. We're gonna build our following. So today, I'm happy the 43 of you came. So one thing I want to give you guys is our newsletter, okay? Because everything goes so fast. Everything's changing so fast, and I want you guys to have a resource. I'm just gonna put in the chat here. Okay, is that all the stuff that we cover here, we're gonna put in our newsletter, okay? So like we cover very quickly Midjourney, VO3, Canva, right? So it's all gonna be on the newsletter. So you guys won't be left with like, oh, they went so fast today. Where is all this information? Okay, just gonna throw it all our AI stuff that we cover every week into the newsletter. So you guys come to the class and then you get the newsletter as a resource. Okay, so you can follow along because things are gonna get more complex as we go along. Anything to add, Joe?
No, I think this was great. It was a ton of fun. We are
Yeah.
looking forward. Remember, add it to your calendar. This is a weird month, so we're doing it on different weeks, but it is going to be on the second and the fourth weeks of the month. It's the same weeks as Grow Your Rev Share, so we'll do a quick plug to go to that as well. And the thing is, guys, is we are here to support you. We are here to help you. We are here to make this the best that it can be because that's what Fast Forward Movement is about. And if you have a friend that you're trying to bring over, if you have a person that you want to show this value to, invite them. We're not anything but open. We want people to come in and see all the value that we provide. We want to help you both with AI and with that. So have a great rest of the week, and we look forward to seeing you on the Monday Mastermind.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
fellas.
Really appreciate it.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Bye.